Fear of being rejected comes from an inferiority complex,
Yeah.
right? So if you're not being successful in making friends, socializing, and whatnot, at some point in time, you're going to start thinking that something is terribly wrong with you. Oftentimes, I find when I work with people in this predicament that nothing is wrong with them. They just don't have properly developed social skills, right? So it's an interesting dilemma, a situation where I see a nice person and he thinks something is wrong with him and he's afraid of socializing. And I met somebody else who's on the sociopathic scale, who's just a terrible person. They do terrible things and they think that they're great people.
Oh, really?
Right?
That's crazy. Yeah.
And I say to the guy, I say to the socially anxious person, you're a very good person. Trust me. You have to believe me. So it comes from that, and it's realized that just because you're nervous or you're anxious about about socializing doesn't mean that you're a bad person in any way, shape, or form. This is the conversation that I have. I say rejection is you shouldn't fear rejection. If somebody outright rejects you, that just means you and the person can't get along. You should leave that person alone.
Okay. Yeah. And then, like a big part of this probably comes down to just doing as much as you can to put yourself out there with many people. Because when you do that, you'll eventually realize that, hey, there's so many different kinds of people. And if someone doesn't like you or, someone just doesn't have that ability to really connect, as you said, you're just not compatible. Right. So